It's Madden NFL 23, and there's no love lost between these AFC North foes. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Wind up out of bounds. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft.
Now it's Burrow. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. The superior, in this case, the win goes to the defense.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far. Looking at 3rd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. Down inside the 10, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan, Burrow going to keep it on his sneak. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. Joe Burrow keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going
to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that converged on it before he could get much out of it.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Throwing is Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down call here. Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least
Reaction, watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is.
Downfield.
Mixon with a first down carry. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Slant pass to Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 34 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. And a nice job to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers lose slant lines because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. To throw again on second down. Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go. To throw is Jackson. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
But still an effective gain nonetheless.
Tucker's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down. They go play action with Jackson. And he on the ground and struggling to put up points. It's complete to Robinson. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because
they go play action now. Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
In baseball, the pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So that one is his third of line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. He's got a man, complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws.
Now it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. First and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on first down, There was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turned the ball over.
And now here come the Ravens. And
in this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's got some space here. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Jackson. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there.
And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Jackson, and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Demarcus Robinson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Oh, late turnovers.
Take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And
they go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route.
Burrow will throw. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing. Clock.
Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he is going to have the Bengals. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining. All eyes now locked on Evan McPherson. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, I love those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win.